Welcome, welcome. New episode. Red Flags. Shay, how you doing? Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday, man. Uh Stressful weekend, but good week ahead, hopefully. Good week
It's a bank
ahead,
holiday here in
hopefully.
London, so we are chilling. We're chilling. We're enjoying the carnival. Some people are enjoying the carnival. I'm not one of them. I'm out here providing content for you guys. So let's jump right up into it. College football. Shay, what's been going on over there?
Yeah, so college football essentially kicked off this past weekend. In the Big
Mhm.
12 conference, played the game in Dublin, Ireland, between Iowa State and Kansas State. Iowa State came out victorious 24-21. Yeah, both teams played well. I mean, good defensive display on both sides. Both quarterbacks got two touchdowns, like two passing touchdowns, but the difference was
Nice.
the um, Rocco Becht, the Iowa State guy who added a rushing touchdown to his, score for the day, and was just, had an overall like very good game. I mean, this week we'll see like the real college football kickoff in the US, and I mean, looking forward to Texas at Ohio State specifically. I mean, Arch Manning, right? Finally at the helm, starting QB. I mean, there'll also be Clemson
Let's
and
see.
LSU. Clemson and LSU on Saturday, and my Colorado Buffaloes will be hosting Georgia Tech. And yeah,
Couple of big games to start the season. Obviously, Ohio State and Texas being the headliner, and LSU and Clemson. But yeah, it's definitely looking like it's going to be an interesting season. So let's just keep an eye out for these games and see who jumps out to start the season. Anything going on in the NFL? I know the preseason is wrapping up right now. Any interesting news?
yeah. The NFL essentially wrapped up their preseason this past weekend, and yeah, so the rosters are essentially being finalized. Um, my guy Shador, that quarterback battle between himself and Dylan Gabriel. Uh yeah, so Gabriel had a very good game, right? And Shador was essentially ass. But I promise you guys, like, not to sound like I'm making excuses for him because he was bad, but he played bad and I felt it was by design. I mean, when I was watching
Mm.
the game, I thought I was, maybe just being too partial towards the guy. But I mean,
What, so what do you mean by
after
design? Like,
hearing exactly, so like after hearing like ex NFL pros, come out and say the same thing, I was thinking, I knew okay, like maybe I sabi balls more. But yeah, like essentially, Gabriel played from the second quarter and he was playing with like the some starters and
hmm
twos and threes, right?
Yep, yep.
While and they called like more running plays, very short routes, like 5 yard, 10 yards, max
Sort of quick
15,
get the ball
like
out.
exactly with max protection. While Shador's okay, let me just give this context. So the Browns cut 17 players after that game, and
hmm
four of the five people who were guarding Shador in that offensive line were cut.
Okay.
Come on,
So he
come
was
on,
playing with the scrubs. He was playing with the scrubs. They were
bro,
asking him to drop back, do some deep ball, play action
bro,
kind of.
bro,
Definitely
bro.
not quick wins, put up some stats and look good. Yeah.
Like, and to add insult to injury, they took him out and didn't let him play the 2 minute drill, right? Like
Mm.
at the end of the game, they
So
put
that
in
clutch
Tyler
plays,
Huntley.
drive.
Tyler Huntley was caught the day after that game, guys. Come on.
Yeah. No, I mean there's definitely
What are we
something
doing?
fishy going on with the Browns.
Like,
To be
what
very
are we
honest,
doing,
though,
guys?
the whole NFL situation with the door, like there's been a lot of rumors that have come out and insiders just giving us about like sort of being blacklisted and a lot of people trying to come for his family, particularly his dad. Shiloh also got into some trouble recently. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so he's Shadow's big brother Shiloh, um, undrafted free agent with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Uh, there was a lot of good stuff, coming out during like rookie mini camp, even into training camp. Like he was showing himself as one of the you know, probably steals of the um undrafted rookies, right?
Mm,
That were available to NFL teams. And yeah, the Bucks are very deep at safety, right? And this guy was essentially fighting to see if he could get like third string and maybe make the practice squad, or I don't know. But he definitely wasn't going to be first two in the
yeah,
depth chart at that position, right? And yeah, he was ejected from their final preseason game for throwing a punch, right? Guys, I know the NFL is a very, you can say violent sport, but there are rules and you are not allowed to throw a punch. Like once you are seen throwing a
yeah.
punch,
But
you are you are done. Like
the guy that was sort of playing offense pinned him back and sort of was driving him all the way to the end zone. So I could understand his frustration, but that's kind of like you can't lose your cool, bro. Like
yeah,
you're still trying to fight for a scored place. You're not that guy yet, so you've just gotta hold that emotion inside and make sure that you deliver on the ball. So yeah, kind of sad that he gets cut. Maybe he can land into another team. But there's definitely something going on. NFL conspiracy. The Sanders family looking like they blacklisted. So we'll just keep an eye out, see if anything progresses with them. I know a couple of still NFL contracts still pending. Michael Parson trying to figure out himself in Dallas.
yep.
Um, guy in Minnesota is also still. I know they haven't resolved that issue too. Um, but yeah, the
The
season is
Bengals
drawing.
guy, Trey Hendrickson,
Yeah,
hasn't
Trey
resolved his
Hendrickson,
as well.
not Vikings.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, the NFL season kicks off next week. Eagles Dallas opener. Big
Thursday.
game.
He's there.
Thursday football. So we'll definitely watch that, bring you
You
guys
guys, you
insights
guys
of that
traded
game.
some of your offensive line, by the way. Not
Yeah, we
your
just did
one.
three players we traded for. I think we got a quarterback as a backup quarterback from Minnesota, and we got an offensive lineman. We traded an offensive lineman and some draft picks. So we're definitely still active, trying to make sure we're ready for the season, just from a depth perspective. But yeah, it should be a good season. So looking forward to bring you guys more insight, juicy news about our rookies from last season, and also the new rookies, how they perform. Just to keep you guys up to date. But yeah, let's switch it up to our main sport right now, ball.
Yes,
The
sir.
Premier League.
Yes, sir.
Um, Even Europe was kicking it off to today, a couple of big games that happened over the weekend. Anything you want to sort of tell us about people not performing? Um,
Yeah, so keeping it within the English Premier League. We might have spoken too soon about Sunderland, guys. I admit, I think we got a bit excited. Um, yeah, not a great performance against Burnley at the weekend, but West Ham fans,
yeah,
be worried. I stand on business with West Ham. Like, yeah, took another, you know,
poor
bad
performance,
L.
poor showing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Graham
Like,
Potter not looking like he knows what he's doing anymore.
bro,
It's kind of sad.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, bro. That guy still has his back post issues. Like from way back at United, bro. Like
Yeah,
that guy, he does not. I wouldn't say he doesn't know how to defend his back post. I think he just doesn't like it. Like he doesn't want to do it because at some point you have to just wonder why it keeps happening. Like, bro, 3 goals all on
no,
this
but I
guy.
think there were a lot more like calamity goals. The goalkeeper was not playing well. He was just flopping around. They scored like two really. basic header goals. The game was pretty much wrapped up by like, was it the 50th minute? By like the first 10 minutes in the second half, the game was done and dusted.
Yep.
hmm West Ham is
I mean,
definitely looking like they're going to struggle. And I know Paqueta wants to get out. So more
for
troubles,
sure.
more troubles.
His goal was fire though.
Anybody else?
His goal was fire. Yeah, so Yimika and his classic eight. Yimika.
Bro,
So
like,
sorry guys. Let me be serious. Let me be serious. Like, yo, so City plays Spurs and man, man, like City is bad, bro.
yeah, I don't really put that down to the midfield by itself. I mean, obviously this guy Nico is not on Rodri level, and their defense is something that I've always been saying is looking like it really doesn't have a lot of oomph to it. Honestly, it was a goalkeeping error that cost them the second goal. The first goal was really good build-up play from Tottenham, but yeah, I still feel City definitely has a lot to do in the transfer window. It will be interesting to see what they get done. Because if they go into the season as they are right now, they will struggle to make fourth, I think. Like that's
Bro,
how shaky they're looking.
I'm just glad Cherky didn't play well, man. Like, I didn't really see
Yeah,
anything from that guy. Like, and the guy came and he was talking about, oh, revenge, United, blah blah blah. Like, bro, focus on winning your next game, man. Stop thinking about my team. But speaking about my team, man,
definitely on the
a
list of poor performers.
a poor performance all around. We'll come back to
Mm.
that. Let's focus on the people who are balling and maybe start from Chelsea. Um,
Yeah, Chelsea had a pretty good showing. Palmer was out injured. They threw in Estavo to start on the right. Um, yeah, the lap scored his goal.
yeah,
What's
that's
that? The other striker again?
João
What's this?
Pedro.
This João Pedro. João Pedro also was in on the assist. He was playing in the more the
He was
whole,
playing the Palmer role, I guess.
yeah, attacking midfield kind of role. Um, who else was playing well? Neto had a pretty good game. Um, what's his name that had two? Tosin had two goals, right? Didn't he? Oh no, it's Chalaba.
No, no,
Chalaba.
no, no, no.
Chalaba.
Was that
Chalaba had two
Chalobah?
goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. That guy, bro. That guy. He
Speaking
just
about
never.
defenders,
He never died, bro. He never died.
speaking about defenders getting two goals, so Chalaba got two goals for Chelsea, and then Timber got two goals for Arsenal, off both like scrappy headers. It's seeming like header is going to be a very influential part of this transfer season. I mean, this Premier League season, honestly, like it's a lot of competition trying to use that as like a tactic to score goals with all this low block defending. Gyökeres also had two goals. Arsenal boys are looking like they're gelling together. This young boy, Max Dowman, made his debut, which was also good to see.
So about that, right? About that, like I don't. I felt a bit. I don't know. Somehow, right? When this guy didn't let that man take that pen, I felt like I mean, you guys have won the game. Like maybe they should have just let him take the pen and see if he'll score right on his debut. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe it was just me. Like well, I mean, it's a
we,
striker.
we've
He
we've
wants his
we've
goals.
we've
So
this yeah we've given Gyökeres official penalty, so it's left to him to decide.
also,
Um,
If Saka was on the pitch or Odegaard, like
yeah,
Joker should still have
Gyökeres
taken.
has now been named number one
Oh,
penalty taker. I mean, his record speaks for it. He literally only missed one penalty in his professional career.
hmm.
So we'll just continue to hope and pray that it's not under Arsenal that he starts to miss penalties and stuff like that. Yeah, but
I
like I
mean,
said,
we'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be there no matter what.
Dalman, it was good to see him come on the pitch. He was definitely very lively. He was the one that won the penalty. I think even towards the end, the team wasn't really trying to be as attacking and capitalize on him. And I've always been curious about him playing on the right, just from a pace perspective, but it seems like his style of play is less pace and more guile. And he really showed that with his how he got the penalty, and he's been doing that all preseason. So it was good to see. Madueke also had a pretty good game, playing on the right, because part of the unfortunate result was two of our main players got hurt, Odegaard and Saka. We've heard that Saka's own injury is now going to be like about a month, which is not as bad as we thought because he was really holding on to that hamstring. But that means we're missing him for the Liverpool game and the City game. So we're going to need Madueke to turn up, and we're going to need Martinelli to come live alive because he didn't get to play this game, which was kind of like telling of how he's ranking on the depth chart. So I like the competition. I like that we have a lot of people vying for roles. Guys like Moreno that were crucial are not able to find pitch because it's really much they're like 15 15 to 16 quality players in this squad that really should play. So I like that. I really am looking forward to the season. Um,
Yeah,
so
by the way, you guys are trying to sign a new centre back,
yeah, so I think
the
we want to sell
Leverkusen guy.
Zinchenko. I mean, we can pivot to the transfer news and talk a little bit about that. But for talking transfers, we definitely have to kick off with our big man, our big number 10, who was
Yeah,
confirmed, um, walked up into the pitch. In fact, bounced into the pitch like the boss that he's going to be on the pitch, and showcased his love and admiration for the club and supporters. So it was good to see. It was touching. He was also smiling as Arsenal was playing pretty well that game. So altogether, good story of Arsenal
bro,
hijacking this deal and getting it
I
done.
heard some gist. I heard some gist. I don't know how true it is. Like, do you know if it's true? Like, apparently, like when he was essentially like almost like totally wrapped up with like Spurs, he reached out to Arsenal and said,
Yeah,
"Yo, I'm about to sign for these guys. Do you guys want to sign me?"
yeah.
Like,
Anything I can do to try and then
bro.
literally we that sparked a board meeting that Arteta he sort of pleaded the case for us to move for Eze with Havertz's injury, and the board was very quick to act because we had done all the diligence. We knew the fee, we had the agreement with the player, and the hijack was quite. It was
So you guys,
expeditedly handled.
you
So
guys are essentially about to snatch Tottenham's chain twice, because I mean Fabrizio reported like an hour before Ornstein mentioned your Hincapié thing that Tottenham were looking to sign that guy.
yeah, I mean Tottenham has been in on it, but the guy makes sense because um part of the two players that came on when Diamond came on was the new centre back that we got from Valencia. He's more right-sided. He played on the right as a right back, so he can play the right center defense and play the right back, similar to how Ben White, similar to Timber. We have Miles on the left. We have Calafiori on the left, and we're also looking to get rid of Kyria. So I think that's what this guy's coming to be, that sort of backup to Gabriel, and also someone who can finish on the left. Um,
Yeah.
Also, our Nigerian brother, Victor Boniface, has failed to achieve his dream move to join AC Milan. Seems like something came up with his medical information. Jay, do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
I mean, apparently, he failed his medical at Milan and had to return to Germany. Um, I don't know. There's some funny business going on at Milan this summer because I mean the speed they used to move on this Conrad Harder guy from Sporting. I think they just ultimately felt Boniface was not worth the outlay and just said he failed the medical because I mean those things are very subjective because not everyone who passes a medical like passes with a clean
Is
bill of health,
actually
right?
even
It's
healthy.
it's
Yeah.
it's what the club is willing to allow, right? That
Their
determines
risk
whether
appetite, yeah.
yeah. whether the player passes the medical or not. And yes, earlier on in Boniface's career, he suffered two ACL tears, and I mean he has since like recovered from that. Like you can see the visible scar on his knee, right? But I mean, he has proven his fitness ever since. He hasn't had any issues with the same knee since. So I don't know. It just feels very funny to me, and it's very unfortunate because last summer, I mean, we all saw the news like he had essentially like completed everything to get a move to Al Nassr in Saudi Pro League, and they just cancelled it at the last minute and went for John Duran instead. Uh, but yes, I think
I'm
I need
gonna
to,
pivot now to your rant section where we give you Shay a good 5 minutes to tell us his
guys,
deepest and darkest
guys,
feelings about
guys,
United.
guys. I want to start. I want to start with Menu, right? So I see a lot of United fans crying. Why is Menu not playing? Like from preseason, it had been clear that Menu is regarded as understudy to Bruno, right? For that um
More
deeper
advanced role.
center midfield position, right? Like not one of the two tens, right? Just behind. Um and I don't know. I see that personally as Meno's best position and best way of impacting the team. However, um the real issue for me is Bruno, right? Bruno to me is a 10, natural, like he's a natural 10. He can play as a central midfielder, but it seems to me like, the age old problem at United, shoehorning a player into a position that you may not essentially get the best out of said player, right? But Bruno can play that position if he's paired with like the right pieces around him. For starters, that's his partner. Like the partnership seems to be Bruno, Casemiro, Meno, Ugarte, right? Um,
Yeah.
Casemiro to me is dead. Like he doesn't have the legs to do it at this level. He showed it last season that at this level he will struggle, right? And like Bruno sometimes can lack that discipline required to play that position. And I mean, I've never seen it like the ref bumped into Bruno before he took the pen, and he said it triggered him, and it's not an excuse for him skying the penalty. But brother, if you were triggered, why didn't you just let someone else take it? Like, why did you do that? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to like just point the finger at him, but personally, the first two games of the season, man, Bruno hasn't really played anything, and I just think like this man has been all talk. He has been all talk since the Aston Villa game, right? The suffering has finished. Good times are coming, brother. We never see those good times, so like
Yeah, that guy
Ruben,
still has
Ru-
his haircut uncut.
Ruben Amorim's future is like it has been a serious discussion on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everybody be talking about Ruben Amorim. Like, should we stick with him or just do the regular and just fire him? Like, because everybody be saying that system can't work, blah blah blah. I know what that system should look like. I know how that system should work, and I can see glaring things that are not working due to maybe a lack of understanding or like certain players just not being a good fit for where they are playing, right? If Bruno has a more mobile guy beside him, it will help. I feel Luke Shaw at left centre back also does not help um the system, because he doesn't do enough, like he doesn't do a lot of what Euro does on the other side, on his side, right? I thought maybe Heaven could do it, but so far this season they haven't played Heaven at that position. Like he hasn't started at that position this season.
Let me ask a couple of questions just to get
Mm-hmm.
better perspective of where you
Sure,
guys think you are. In terms
sure.
of the attack, where do you feel like you guys are? Are you guys gelling? Are you guys seeing like marginal improvements in how your attack is building up or sort of being executed? Or do you feel like there's still a lot of gaps in those?
I feel like the players are definitely better, but in terms of like everything, clicking and coming together, we have not, like I haven't seen it yet. I hope
Because
it
you guys had a
comes.
couple of good opportunities that
We
clearly
had those
Cunha
we
could have scored.
we also had them against Arsenal and we didn't score. So as far as I'm concerned, it is not clicking till I start seeing returns. We have not scored a goal this season. Yesterday's goal was an own goal. It
Mm.
was an own goal by means, right? And I don't really get this whole three tens in the attack, Cunha, Mount. I would think Mount will sit on the bench for Bruno to be one of those guys, right? So we can see what Meno can do. But I don't pick the team. I don't get paid to pick the team, right? I can only hold Ruben Amorim to his words. And he has said people who have shown they deserve to play will get to play. And there should also be consequences for poor performances. So the ball is in Ruben's court.
Yeah, I
Show up.
mean,
I need to see. I need to see consequences
no, please,
reflected in the.
it's
I
been
need to see consequences reflected in our next Premier League lineup. That's my
it's
own.
been
Like
it's been good to get your own perspective because one of the things that I've been noticing across board in the Prem is this new sort of um more teams playing three in the back and looking to use that as a way to be more defensive solid. Three in the back, meaning, with the full back,
mhm,
or three in the back with actually five defenders and sort of
yeah,
like having a midfielder drop in on and things of those sorts. So
hmm
it's definitely looking like it's a fad right now or a major trend in Premier League. But I'm just more curious about how you guys are executing it in your team because it feels like I kind of understand what you guys should be doing, but in terms of it being executed, I'm not necessarily seeing it
exactly.
happen
Th-
or come
So
together.
that's why I don't totally agree with everybody who is on Ruben Amorim shouting, "Oh, the system can't work. The system can't work." Because I mean, you see, it will be in the presser after the game saying, "Oh, we knew we could exploit the two in the midfield, and the defenders wouldn't want to jump." Blah blah blah. Like, bro,
Yeah, it's clear understanding of the gaps.
Fulham didn't really play anything yesterday, bro. Like
But but but,
if you
but one
if
thing,
you if you watch the game, like Fulham did, like their defenders, yes, they're I mean, with the exception of, I mean, even Basi played well. Like he played well,
that's
but
it. Is
he considered that stupid penalty, but like he
but
did
but
his
but
job
the
to a good extent. But I didn't think their midfield was great. I didn't think their attack was great. I felt they were nullified, and I mean, if not for one stupid mistake that they scored off of, or they are exploiting the midfield. I didn't see it. Like,
I, I I
yes,
I
you were
want
running through the midfield, but what did you do with it?
I want to give Amarin the benefit of doubt, given that he hasn't gotten Sesko integrated in the squad. He might sort of develop that attack a little bit differently based on having a proper number nine who also gives you the tackles and the speed to break in behind. So, I mean, I would just say watch the space, but I definitely understand your concern over the midfield. There isn't that solid person to anchor it and obviously you guys definitely feel like you can upgrade on that position while you are looking at the labor. So
Left wing
um
back, left wing back. We'll visit it another day. So many easy switches to the other side that Dogu cannot execute. Story
we'll
for another
continue
day.
to
Story
analyze
for another day.
Manny's performance and bring you more on the Premier League. Lots of big games coming up next week. Liverpool Arsenal headline game. Um, and yeah, we'll also touch a little bit more about La Liga. I know a couple of games have happened for Real Madrid and Barcelona, and we'll give you guys some more insights on those teams next week. But yes, thank you so much for another epic week. Appreciate you guys throwing in your comments and questions, and we'll continue to bring you guys insights as always. Seyi, have a good week, my brother.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a good week. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friend to. Bye, guys.
Bye.